Today we're doing a fun shop along and a vintage haul. I found some really great pieces, all with a different vibe. I've also decided to try something new with a few of them. I've always said that I probably wouldn't use AI backgrounds for my listings, and I still don't see that as something that I would regularly do. However, I did have a specific styling idea in mind for a few of the pieces that I bought, and I wanted to try out AI just to see if it could create what I had visioned in my mind, because I don't always have the correct props or seasonal decor that I can put with my items in order to bring to life what I would like to see. And so I experimented a little, not to replace the real photos, but to create inspiration scenes for 3 of the items to see how close I could get it to what I was actually imagining. I'll show you the pieces and the rest of the haul, and then I'll show you the styled version and talk a little bit about why I think this might be helpful in certain situations. So let's get started. This entire shelf was really fun. I kept seeing these little banks, very vibrant colors, and they were marked about $19, $20, just a little bit too much to resell. I don't know if these are popular. I like them. I kept going back to that pink owl, but he had some cracks, so I did not get any of those. And these little cute Indiana Hoosier dolls, like for IU, Indiana University, which did really well, won the whole shebang of college football, if you follow that at all. My daughter graduated from IU, so I thought that was really cool. And then this little elephant was so sweet. They had several cross stitch and also some needle points that I would have loved. This rooster one, the frame was kind of beat up, but to take that out would have been amazing. I probably would have bought it just for myself, but to resell it was just a little high. But I love finding the needle points and cross stitch. I know a lot of you guys do too, but I just have not been able to find any that I was willing to take a chance to resell just because of the price. This is the scary part of the flea market. I'm not sure what's under all of those, but I love the description on the tags. Like this one says vintage happy kid. Clearly this kid is not happy, but they want you to think he's happy. And then the judging angel, the one in the back clearly judging the other one, although they're both naked. This sweet little doll. Miss Amish Country. That is a beauty pageant I don't know anything about. And then this raggedy chicken. I mean, that's basically what it says on the tag. Could not be more spot on. $4.95. I had to show it to my husband. Like, do you want this raggedy chicken? We both agreed this chicken represents how we felt that day because we were really tired. We'd been to a lot of stores. We were feeling kind of raggedy. But that's why you love a flea market, because of all the crazy stuff in between all the great stuff. You know, we don't judge. We don't hear no evil. We don't see no evil. We don't judge. And this really cool cup with these little snakes, and they had jewels in their eyes, and it said, I remember you when you didn't have a pit to hiss in, but it was $15. I took a picture of these because I wanted to show you guys those frames. You know, that's not original what was in the middle, but someone used the vintage frames and then put like this little velvet thing in the middle. I thought it was kind of cool. So let's get into this haul. I have a really great haul. I went to 2 different stores, and I'm going to show you everything that I got, and then stay tuned to the end, because at the end I have 3 special pieces that I bought that we're going to talk about how I envisioned them being styled, and I'll show you how AI helped me out with that. I picked up this little Homeco plaque. This is the plastic plaque, and roosters do well for me. And along the lines of the Homeco, this actually I thought was Sirocco, which, you know, all of the Sirocco, Dart Industries, Homeco, and Burwood are all kind of like share each other's molds. For many larger pieces in this design, this is just the smaller rose, but I did go ahead and pick it up because I got it for a couple of dollars, and I do think that people still use these in their decorating. One more Homeco piece. This is actually a ceramic swan. Swans always do well. This was in really great condition. It's got the little Homeco symbol and number on the bottom, and it's a little planter or vase. I found this sweet little Inesco Bluebird salt shaker. He does not have his match, but that's okay because collectors will buy a single salt shaker if they collect the Bluebirds of Inesco. This one is missing his stopper, but he is otherwise in great condition. There were no nicks or chips on him, and I got him for just a couple of dollars. So I do think that this will sell. I do sell single salt and pepper shakers, like if it's just a single one, especially if it's a collectible one, because these do get damaged and somebody might be looking for just one. And also somebody might want it just to decorate with, because springtime's coming. He would look absolutely adorable on a shelf. I come across these quite often. It is the spoon and fork set. This one looked like it was just plain, so I was just going to leave it behind. But when I opened it up, I realized that it was actually the Florida ones with the flamingos. So that is why I went ahead and got it. It was only a couple of dollars. Do sell these when they have like a cool design on them. Most of them were states. The ones that sell the best for me are Florida, and the ones that say Las Vegas, Nevada. I have this little primitive tin candle holder. It has a little bit of wear on it, and it holds one of the very tiny candles. I've sold a version of this a couple of times, and so I do know that there is kind of a buyer for this. It is more of like the primitive Amish type design. I found another vanity tray. These mirrored trays do so well for me. You can pick them up for a good price. They are usually a good seller. They're great for displaying makeup and perfume bottles, or even at Christmas time with like a little ice skating scene or anything like that. Then I found this amazing little jewelry box. It's like a silver heavy weight, and it's got a beautiful red velvet center. I did Google lens these, and I know that they were going for quite a bit, and they had this one marked really cheap. And I looked, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It actually doesn't even have that much patina or anything on it. I mean, it could probably be polished up if somebody wanted to. Love the design of it. And because I got it for a good price, I think that this will be a good flip. So I picked up these wall decor. When I see these and they are at a great low price point, I pick them up. I've sold this actual set in the past probably 2 or 3 times. I've also sold one where the insides had flowers or maybe butterflies or something like that. These are the ones that are a little more of a rustic scene with the well and the little buckets and barn, the little water pump, and the little mailboxes. So you've probably seen these out. They have little hangers on the back. I'm always on the lookout for brass. Did not find a whole lot of brass this time, but I did find this little kitchen hook. It is a fork and spoon. and I thought that was kind of cute. I got this really beautiful antique vase. This is something that was in another video that I did that I had found at the Southern Kentucky Flea Market, and I had left it behind. It was $14. I knew it was something special, and I took a picture of it, but when we left, I Googled it, and I was like, I probably should have got that because it probably would sell for a lot more than the $14. And when I went back, I was very surprised to see that it was still there. And not only was it still there, it was marked down. So I had to grab it because I do think it's a great deal. If this is something that doesn't sell, I would definitely use this in my own decor. Next, I found this melamine bowl. It is pink melamine. This one is Boonton, B-O-O-N-T-O-N. Boonton is the name of the maker. It is basically a bread bowl. I like the shape of it. Cool would this be on a table with like some of those colorful Easter eggs in it or something like that? I just thought that would be so cool. So I did snatch it up just because I think someone could use it in their decorating, or they could put it in their kitchen. But I do think it's a great shape for like a centerpiece for a table, especially during the upcoming Easter and springtime. Great color to use for those. The next three items of the haul are the items that I actually used AI to help me style them a little bit because I thought it would be fun to see them in a different scene, and I don't always have props laying around that I can use for that. What I did was downloaded a picture of the vase, and then I typed in exactly, can you display this yellow egg and chicken vase with a nice Easter or spring background scene behind it? Maybe with a rabbit or retro and vintage decor on a table with this vase, but make sure the vase is center of attention like it is an item for sale. I'd like to show people how to display the vase if they bought it. And that is exactly what I typed in, and this is what they came up with.
This is what they came up with. I love all the props and the background. The whole thing just turned out really great. I think it looks very spring, very Easter. I really like it.
So the next item in the haul that I used this on was this. I bought this beautiful rooster plate. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, I am a sucker for a wall plate. I love them. This has the lattice work. It says every morning's a beautiful morning, and I just love these vibrant colors. Let me tell you exactly what I typed in, and then we'll show you the reveal. Can you display this plate in a cheery, bright kitchen with a mid-century or folk art vibe? Display the plate on the wall if possible, using similar or complementing colors that are used in the plate itself. That's what I typed in, and this is what they came up with.
I really like what they came up with on this one too. I love the wall color. I love all this stuff on the kitchen counter. I couldn't have created this. I wouldn't have had all this stuff. So I really like the ideas in this.
Because it works so well on those two items, I wanted to try it on something a little different vibe. So I decided to try it on this little brass bowl. It has a great shape to it. I did pick this up for sale. Here's exactly what I typed in to ask AI to envision this bowl for me. Display this brass bowl with a rustic vintage vibe in the background, perhaps with bird feed or natural elements, with maybe a window in the background and a fall or winter atmosphere. And this is what it came up with. I love it. It's so cool.
Very different vibe, but I really like it. It's all warm and cozy. They did a great job.
I loved how they turned out, and I actually like that I had to describe the scene and had the vibe I wanted and everything I wanted in it, because then it felt like I wasn't handing over the creativity. I was just clarifying it. Overall, I still enjoy styling pieces myself or watching how other people style them in their homes. But I do think that sometimes we can use these tools not to replace our creativity, but just kind of add to it to help us out to visualize something that maybe we have in our brain, but we don't have the actual props or anything in order to create that scene so that we can see our vision come to life. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the shopping haul and a little bit of the AI experimentation. As always, I would love to hear your comments, ideas, and your experiences with anything that we've talked about today. Do you use AI in any of your photos? Have you tried it out for just an idea of decorating? I would love to know. Leave it in the comments below, your experiences with it, or maybe even your opinions on if you feel like people should use that as their primary photo, like to give people an idea of what an item is used for. I will say personally, for me, it is fun to use, but I wouldn't want to use it all the time. It seems like an extra step that's unnecessary for me to use my time on when I'm already trying to get listings listed. I think it's more important for me personally just to make sure that I have good description and good pictures of anything that's wrong with the piece. Not against AI as a primary photo. I don't think it's something that I will do. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because it not only is it fun for me to find out, but other people read those comments and it helps a lot of us to learn from each other. I hope that you are doing well. If you are a reseller, I hope your business is booming. Hang in there. I know that whatever troubles you're having, you can power through it. I believe in you. If you're not a reseller, but just a vintage lover, thanks for coming along with us. Hopefully you found some cool things to look at while we were shopping and in my shopping haul. Anything that I've already listed will be linked below for you. If you have any questions or comments, you can always comment below, or you can send me an email. That will always be in my description as well. Until next time, guys, I love you. Thanks for being my Pink Truck Pals, and I'll see you real soon in the next video.